our midweek check-in. How are you doing? I'm Coach Sandy B, and you know what time it is. It is time for us to be intentional about our goals. It's time for us to take some time to pause. Are you ready to pause? Because you know what? It has been a busy, eventful week. And in the midweek, we want to take some time to reflect, some time to think about what is going on. We want to recharge so we can finish this week strong. Are you willing and ready to finish this week strong? It starts with you showing up and doing the work. And that's what I'm doing by being here with you right now. We are finishing this week strong. We are recharging, refueling ourselves so we can complete this week intentional, because remember, we are in the lock-in season. So we always want to check in. We always want to think about and discover how we're doing. We want to take some time to ask some questions of ourselves. And that's what we're doing. We're pausing, we're reflecting, we're recharging so we can finish strong. You can't pour from an empty cup. We know that. In order to make sure that we are showing up and doing the work, that means we must be consistent. But here's the thing about consistency: we've got to make sure that we also combine that with rest, because if you don't, you will be burnt out, my friends. Because here's the thing: you can't give from a depleted cup. You've got to make sure you fill up. You do the things that are important to you in order for you to achieve the things you desire. So that starts with locking in for your wins. And that's what we're talking about today. So I want you to be mindful about how you're using your energy and how you're showing up, because you must understand that consistency can drain your energy. It sure can drain your energy. That's why you want to make sure that you are combining your consistency with rest. See, we talk a lot about staying consistent, but let's be honest with ourselves. Consistency can be draining, and it can be draining when it's not balanced with rest. So you must find that balance. You can't be continuing to show up, continuing to do the work, continuing to put in all the effort, and you're not getting any benefit from it. So that's where you need to decide for yourself. How are you moving forward? How are you making sure that you're showing up and doing the work for your wins? And sometimes it's challenging. Like right now, I'm having a challenge. I am intentional about showing up here, and I want to make sure that I'm giving everyone the opportunity to get with me and to get their wins and to get this message that I have. So going live can sometimes be a challenge because you are doing the things you need to do, and for whatever reason, it is not working for you. You're having issues, you're having challenges, you're not sure why, but you know what? You are committed to continue to do the work, and that's what it's about. You must understand that being consistent can drain you if you are not finding balance with rest. So remember this very important thing: staying consistent, but you must make sure that you understand that consistency can be draining when it's not balanced with rest. So, a lot of us want to achieve certain things, but we must make sure we're getting rest. And I can tell you, being online and seeing and talking to certain people, and a lot of people are dealing with just exhaustion, frustration. They are going through different challenges in their lives, and so they're finding it hard to find rest. They're finding it hard to even think straight, honestly. But you must understand, even the best performers schedule recovery. You've got to be able to refuel yourself. So I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you gave yourself permission to pause without guilt? A lot of times mom feel guilt because they're trying to show up and do different things to help other people, and sometimes you have to decide that your health, your mental health, your your time with yourself is very valuable in order for you to do the things you need to do. So remember, you don't have to feel guilt because you are taking time for yourself, because you're giving yourself permission to do the things you said you wanted to do. This is what you must understand. You can get caught up with the noise of what other people are doing and what they have going on. But at the end of the day, it's about making sure you show up to get your wins, goal getter. And that is what we are making sure as we refuel, we want to always make sure we are aligning with the things that we say are valuable to us. We're aligning with the things that we say we want to accomplish. And in doing that, we're showing up and getting our wins. And that's what it's all about. Every 90 days, you're saying, my goals matter. And because my goals matter, I'm putting in the work. I am not going to be concerned about who's showing up, who's not showing up, because you're a goal getter. So when you are refueling, it's important to refocus and recommit to your why. You always want to take the time to understand your why. What is the importance of you doing the work that you are attempting to do? Why is it important to you? Why are you showing up? Each day you are committing to do the work for your wins. You're saying your goals matter. You're saying the things you're doing are important to you. And because they're important to you, you're showing up. It's not about being perfect, but it's about being committed. So you want to refocus and recommit to your why. The bye week is about making sure you're not allowing distractions to keep in. This is your reminder to realign, to stay focused, to commit to yourself and your goals. And you have to do it. You have to revisit your why, the deeper reason you started. That's what fuels you. So take the time to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Why am I showing up? Why am I going through this challenge right now? Because it's bigger than me, right? There is someone that needs to hear the message that you have to hear. If you're that you have to give, maybe you are in a service industry and you are showing up to help people as so many people are in need during this time. So how will you make sure you are doing the work in order to be successful to achieve your goals? Each day you're committing to say, my goals matter. So I want you to write your why in the comments. When your why is clear, you are literally allowing for your how to become easier. When you're clear about why you're doing something, then you can easily navigate to understand and allow for your how to become easier for you to achieve. You can't pour from an empty cup, and we know that. So higher achieving people, they often give so much of themselves and they forget to refuel. And this is what we're talking about here today. You can't afford to forget to refuel. You've got to decide that because your goals are so important and because you believe in the work that you do, you're showing up and you're saying, I'm taking a step closer. I'm believing in what I desire to do and I'm getting my wins. Not about perfection, right? It's about consistency. It's about showing up. And it's about saying that because you know you give of yourself so much, you've got to make sure that you allow yourself to be poured into. So that means the people that you are associating yourself with, who are you choosing to be around in this time? But you've got to remember that it is important that you do the things you need to fill yourself up. Remember, self care isn't selfish, it's strategic. It's you saying, you know, you need this time. And because you need it, you're honoring it. That means that you are setting yourself up for success. Whatever that is, you are looking and saying, you know what, this goal is important to me. And because this goal is important to me, I'm not going to lose faith. I'm going to stay committed. I'm going to do the work because my goals matter. And in understanding your goals matter, you are getting your wins. You are showing up with intention and you're doing the work. And let me tell you, it's not always easy. It is not always a thing that you are feel like you're doing a good job. A lot of times you may feel as if you're not going in the right direction, but then something amazing happens. See, because there are opportunities for you to connect with other people. And while you commit to your journey and you commit to showing up and doing the work, other people come with you because they believe and they understand because they see you putting in the work. But you've got to be mindful that self care isn't selfish, it's strategic. You've got to be strategic, taking a walk, stretching, taking some time for prayer, hydrating, journaling for 10 minutes before diving back into work. These are all ways that you show up for yourself and you do the work. What's one way you can plan to refill your cup today? Remember, we're in the midweek. And so we want to refuel. We want to take the time to show up and to do the work and ask the questions of ourselves. We want to take the time to reflect. What is going well this week so far? What things can you change? How can you tweak? See, this midweek reflection, it is to help you to analyze how you're going on your journey. You want to first look at the wins. What went well so far this week? What are you excited about? What things were you able to push forward based on you showing up and doing the work? So you want to take the time to identify what went well, what were the wins for you. And then also you want to identify the lessons. What challenges have you faced this week? What challenge or what challenge taught you something this week? What did you learn? As you are going through being intentional about achieving your goals, I'm hopeful that you learned something that could help you on your journey, right? And then the next step, what will you do differently before the end of the week? So, based on what you've learned this week so far, how can you move differently to end the rest of this week being intentional, showing up, doing the work? Because here's the thing, this reflection, it refuels your direction. When you are able to decide for yourself that you are committing to that win, are you committing to learn that lesson, and then you're ready to take that next step, you're showing yourself that those goals matter. You are showing yourself that your goals matter and you are intentional about winning every 90 days. And that's something that you can be glad about, because here's the thing, accountability is your energy source. You can use accountability to help push you. You refuel faster when you're not doing it alone. So that's where I can help you as an accountability coach. I have one on one sessions where I talk to people who are ready to take action for their wins, who are ready to move with intention, who are tired of playing small. They are wanting to refuel, they want to go faster, and they know they can't do it alone. Because here's the thing, they've done it by themselves before and they haven't gotten far. They haven't achieved the goals they desire. And so they're ready to commit. And that's why community is so important. That's why community matters. Real people, real check ins, real wins. That's what we're about, showing up, doing the work, saying our goals matter. So I invite you today to join my school community. This is where I have the guides for helping you stay accountable. I have weekly reflections that I give, and I am committed to let you know that you don't have to do it alone. And if you're ready for deeper accountability, I invite you to join us with the 90 Day Wins, my 90 Day Wins school community. It is the Win Collective. It's where we are committed to do the work. We are committed to say we're not allowing procrastination or negative mindsets to stop us from moving forward with intention. And every day we're showing up. So we plan, we execute, and we win together. That's the community that you want to be in if you're ready to show up and do the work. You can decide that now's the time for you to get your wins. And in doing so, you are moving with intention. So you have to ask yourself, what's your energy level? From 1 to 10 right now, how fired up are you to achieve your goals? What's one thing you'll do after this live to refuel yourself? Here's the thing, you can choose to burn yourself out by consistently doing the work, but not including rest in your strategy. Rest has to be a part of your strategy so you can go further. Remember, the goal is to finish the distance. The goal is to end this fourth quarter with momentum. And the only way we can do that is if we refuel ourselves. It's the midweek, it's a perfect time to take the time to refuel yourself. So the question is for you, what's one thing you'll do after this live to refuel yourself today? It's the question that you must ask for yourself. You've got to lock in for the rest of this week. Just a couple more days in this week, but you've got to decide, this is your midweek refuel. What are you going to do? Are you going to take some time to write in your journal? Are you going to take some time to walk outside and get some fresh air? Are you going to take 5 minutes to just do some breathing exercises and refuel your mind? Get that oxygen in, breathing in and out slowly, assessing how you're feeling, how you're doing. What are you excited about finishing this week strong with? These are all things that you can choose to do in this midweek. Reflection refuels direction. so you can take some time to find some clarity on your journey. Remember, life is a journey. And so we're continuing to move forward. We're continuing to show up and do the work for our wins because we know our goals matter. And because they matter, we are committing to achieve them every 90 days. We've got to take the time, my friends, to understand the energy that we're moving in and understanding that accountability is our energy source because it allows for us to stay aligned. You can refuel faster when you're not doing it alone. So that means you are checking in with my coaching clients, my one on one coaching clients. We meet and we talk about the progress. Each week, we're showing up with intention to say, how is it going this week? What did you learn from last week? What progress were you able to make? And that consistency of having me on the journey with you is half the battle because you don't have to do it alone. You can refuel faster when you're doing it with others. So here's the thing, as the accountability coach, I make sure you are focusing on the things you said are important. We are talking about how you're doing. We're talking about any challenges you may face. We're talking about that next step you need to take. Because remember, we're building momentum by being consistent, but also taking the time to refuel. So, what this is why community matters because you can go further when you have people along the journey with you. And this community of goal getters are people that are willing to do the work. In my school community, we are building people who are ready to lock in to do the work. This fourth quarter, we are showing up like we've never shown up before. We understand that life is changing, things are moving, so many things are happening. But how are we staying locked in? How are we staying focused? How are we staying committed? We do that in community. We do that in community, friends. That's why community matters. Now more than ever, you want to make sure you are around those people that are edifying, that are encouraging you, that are inspiring you on your journey. You don't have to go it alone. You don't have to feel as if you are the only one going through the things you're going through. There are people that can help you, real people, real check ins, and real wins every 90 days because that's what we're committed to. That's what we're putting the work into. So if you're ready, come join us in our school community. The Win Collective is what we call our community where we are guided, we are staying accountable, we have check ins, we have weekly reflection. Here's the thing, if you're ready for deeper accountability, come join us because we are committed to help you on your journey. No more of you going it alone. No more of you feeling as if you don't have a plan of action. We help create that plan of action for you so you can execute your plans and you can win. So, that accountability, you want to be around people who are excited, who are hungry, who are the innovators and the thinkers, not the ones that are complaining. We don't do that complaining because we know complaining is not going to allow for us to reach our goals. Staying focused, staying committed, believing in ourselves, that's how we win. So that's what we want to do. So if you're ready to achieve your goals, to get your wins, come on this journey with us. What's the one thing you'll do after this live to refuel yourself? Maybe it's hitting that button and coming on in because here's the thing, you can choose to go far with us. You can choose to say your goals matter and you're excited to get your wins. That Win Collective community, we are just that about achieving our goals. We're learning our lessons and we're getting our wins. We're refueling in the midweek because we know how important it is for us to lock in this time. We are staying away from distractions because we know that the distractions will not lead to our success. We're getting rid of procrastination because that procrastination will not kill our dreams. Your dreams will not be killed because you are staying stuck, because you are feeling concerned, because you are holding on to perfectionism. Now is the time to release that, my friends. We are moving into a different realm, a realm where you have to be locked in, a realm where you have to know that you can do it, a realm where you believe in yourself. You believe so strongly in the work that you are able to do, and you're showing up with intention to get your wins. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you because every 90 days, I'm committed to let you know you can take another step. You can move closer to your goals. You can learn the things you need to do. But guess what? We are not quitting. We are just getting started. We are believing that amazing things are on the horizon. Do you know that? It starts with you taking that step. It starts with you saying you want to go deeper. Are you ready to go deeper? Are you ready to go deeper for your accountability? Are you ready to execute your plan? Because you can choose to say, I'm moving with intention. I want to win, I want to execute, and the time is now. The time is for you to have that accountability in a community where you know your goals matter. Do you believe your goals matter? Because they absolutely do matter. They are so important to your success. And because they are as important to your success, I want to make sure you have every tool that helps you be successful on your journey. You don't have to go it alone. You can know that the people that you are aligning with in this Win Collective community, we're about achieving our goals. You're with a chief goal getter with 90 Day Wins coaching and podcast. So every 90 days, I'm committed to help you on your journey to achieve your win. And that's why I created my Win Collective community, because I wanted you to come in and be a part of it. I didn't want you to feel as if you had to go it alone. I know what it is. So many people are searching for community. They're searching for that place where they can find where people are welcoming them in, helping them. The thing about it is, we are connected with so many different people and opportunities. So it's up to you to take advantage of it, to say, you know what? I want to go on that journey. I want to start believing in myself. I want to refuel and I want to stay consistent in order to achieve my goals. I don't want to allow myself to be drained. See, we talk a lot about staying consistent, but we must be mindful that consistency can be draining when it's not balanced with rest. So you've got to find that balance. Do you need to take a rest? Have you been pushing yourself so hard and now you are feeling drained? Well, my friend, it's time for you to take some rest. It's time for you to decide that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And in order for you to perform at your best, you must make the time to rest. Do you know that even the top performers, they schedule recovery? You think about all these athletes that we love to watch and we love to cheer on. They schedule time so they can recoup and they can rest. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to pause without guilt? When was the last time you said you will refocus and recommit to your why? Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why are you showing up? This bye week is a perfect time for you to take the time to figure out what things have been holding you back, what distractions have creeped in. This is your reminder to realign, my friend. You want to revisit your why. You want to understand the deeper reasoning why you started this work and why you want to finish it. That's the fuel that's going to help you to build that momentum to keep moving with consistency. So, today, I want you to take some time to write down your why. You can share them in the comments, but I also want you to just take the time to look at it and ask yourself, is this still important to you? Are you still excited for this journey you get to take? Are you still committed to the work that you want to do in order to achieve your goals? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just you being clear with yourself, you being honest with yourself, and you saying, I'm going to show up and do the work for my wins. Today, it's the midweek. You can choose to refuel. You can choose to have some clarity. You can choose to ask yourself some questions that can help you move forward with intention to achieve your wins. Remember, you can get so busy doing everything for so many other people and you forget to refuel. You got to understand that self care isn't selfish, it's strategic. So, what plan of action are you taking today? Are you taking a walk? Are you stretching? Are you praying? Are you making sure you stay hydrated? Are you journaling for 10 minutes? Before you get back into the swing of things, take some time to pour into you, my friends. Take some time to make yourself a priority. And in making yourself a priority, you are showing up and saying that your goals matter. And because they matter, you are going to make sure you don't burn yourself out. You are staying consistent, but you're also knowing when you need to take a rest. So I want you to plan what's one way you plan to refill your cup today. Big or small, you get to decide, but you know it'll be something that will help you refuel, reframe your mind, get you in the mindset of where you need to be in order for you to be successful. You can do it, goal getters. I'm Coach Sandy B with 90 Day Wins Coaching and 90 Day Wins Podcast. And I'm committed to show up here live to let you know you can get your wins. It's the midweek, and we are taking some time to refuel and refocus and recommit to our goals and our why. We're goal getters, and that's what we do every 90 days. So until I see you again, remember, be intentional, show up, and do the work for your wins. You got it, goal getters. Let's get our wins.